Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Everyday People doing everyday shit here on whatever podcast platform you enjoy. I am Aunt Pruitt. She is Phoebe Pruitt. Some of y'all know her as Queen Pruitt, the one and only. How you be over there, madam?
I'm swell. How are you, sir?
Unbelievable. Been a decent day, decent week. Could be better. I ain't gonna front. It could be better, but you know, it is what it is. This is the fun, fine, sometimes quirky podcast where we just sit down and open up the mics and talk about our regular everyday lives. Sometimes it's good stuff. Sometimes it's boring stuff, I'm sure, for some people. And sometimes it's basically just real life. That's about it, man. If you're in here live watching on the YouTube stream, which I see there are people in here live, please go ahead and hit like inside of the YouTube screen right now, the little thumbs up symbol thingy there. Go ahead and hit that now. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe as well. In the meantime, I'm going to turn on this third camera because I didn't turn it on. It's easy to do because it's right there with my long arms. And I see our wonderful nieces up in the house. Miss
Jasmine.
Hey there, it's good to see you, dear. Thank you for being here. So let's go ahead and just get started. I got a couple things in my head. Oh, she says on time. Actually, Jasmine, you're on time. We ain't.
I think she probably wanted you to say that.
You're on time. We ain't. But I don't know. I got to figure out what the hell's going on with the mic because I absolutely changed nothing. I literally just turned this stuff off and walk away and things just decide to be different the next time I turn them back on. I don't get it. Anyway, so let's get right into it. I wanted to give a little bit of feedback regarding last week's discussion when I went into the whole Hoffman retreat thing. And people reached out about that, and thank y'all for reaching out and let me know your thoughts and the well wishes and so forth. But I did have one more meeting with them because remember the discussion last week, we talked about how they just called me. It was like, yeah, sir, we need to talk. That
They were probably pretty concerned after that conversation.
That kind of thing.
Check in with him again.
So I had another meeting with them today, or was it yesterday? I don't know. Days running together. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it was quite surprising. The person that I spoke with is going to be my quote unquote instructor, teacher, or what have you in this particular group. There's going to be a couple different instructors and teachers or whatever, and it's in small groups. But my group, she's the person that reached out to me. And she did her research and so forth, and went over the stuff that I submitted that had people's eyebrows raising previously. And she was like, yeah, I get it. And she went through everything, and she said a pretty nice compliment. And I'm grateful for it, but at the same time, I'm a little pissed because I know that sounds odd. But she was like, I'm reading through this, and she says, I don't know if I'm getting a direct quote, but it was close to along the lines of like, this dude has won the lottery of life. And I was like, well, I've always said to you and some other people that I'm a pretty happy dude. I just ain't satisfied. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm happy with a lot of stuff that's been in my life, but I want more. Mm-hmm. You know, I think it's because I know what I've been through in life, which is why I'm happy. You know, as I can look back, it's like, man, I remember when I used to have to XYZ, and I ain't got to do that no more. Mm-hmm. You know, and I've been saying that for years. So I've been happy for a long time. And then I also have said to you, I love me some me. Mm-hmm. And I still do love me some me. Mm-hmm. And I even mentioned to her that at one point in time that had been a level of contention between you and I here and there.
Yeah. I just just got to the place where I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's crazy. She totally agreed with me because she was along the lines of, you can't care for someone else until you figure out how to care and love you and who you are, because if you try to do it the other way around, it's going to be empty, and like I say, she just read through all of my stuff and she's like, yeah, this guy's won the lottery in life. He's happy with his family. Everybody's doing their thing. They have their trials, their ups and downs, but at the end of the day, they all just love each other and they're there for each other, And then she also mentioned to me, she says straight up, I don't want you to come in here thinking we're going to introduce to you a whole lot of new stuff. Most people, it's going to be a lot of brand new stuff introduced to them. She says most of the stuff that we're going over, you already know and you've already figured it out. I was like, oh, okay. But, and there's a but. She said, this is still going to be hard.
Interesting.
She said, it's still going to be hard.
Because it will be new and
it's still going to be a process of me still trying to figure out and become a better version of me. And so there's going to be a lot of breaking some shit down and building it back up, but she's like, fortunately, you understand that concept. And I was like, okay, good. So she says, I'll see y'all Saturday, but it's going to be hard. So I'm looking forward to it. And that was the feedback that I wanted to share because I thought it was interesting considering that first transaction with those folks. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not.
Why are you not looking forward to it?
I'm happy for you.
Come on.
I said I'm happy for you.
But what's the problem though? And I see we got some feedback here in the chat. Jasmine agrees. Sir, you need to be more verbose in your answer, says John Helm. You shut it, John. I said enough.
But still had to end up saying more. And
Jasmine says, quote, put your own mask on first. Amen. Yeah, that's exactly the concept. Put your own mask on first. That's good stuff, Jasmine. But yeah, that's what's going to happen this weekend. I will give more feedback on the total experience at some point in the future. I don't know when. According to them, it's going to be a hard thing for me to talk about once I get back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not looking forward to this.
Why aren't you? You still haven't said why. Why are you yelling in my ear?
I'm sorry. Because if it's going to affect you like that, how is it going to affect us?
Well, listen, that's the whole thing, though. That's the whole thing. She said all of that nice stuff about me. And she says at the end of it, she wishes she could talk to you more and get where you stand on it. She says she has an idea, but then at the very end of it, I'm going to be better, not just for me, but for you, for Jake, for Isaiah, and for strangers. But more so, I'm going to be better here. And you all are going to benefit greatly, is how she says it. Or something like that. Basically, y'all are going to get a lot out of this too, because of what I'm going to put myself through. You know what I mean?
It sounds wonderful. It's like, I'm going to put you through going to be the Wolverine. So after you could go through all this pain.
That's pretty
like
funny.
The Wolverine.
That's pretty funny.
All that pain. And then after you can kill everybody, it messes with your family and, right.
That's pretty
every
funny.
wrong afterwards. After you go through all of this pain, that's when it would happen.
That's a nice analogy.
I don't know.
Got a quote in here from John Helms. Costco for dinner while you're gone.
That too. that part too. I was going to get around to that. I was getting around to that part because that's already a concern. It started yesterday and he's not even gone yet.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday was a little rough. The last couple of days have been rough
because you're working.
I'm
and
working
we gotta
extra
get
days.
used to it.
I worked some extra days this week. Ideally, tonight would be, after the show, tonight would be my second day for the week, second and last day for the week. But actually, tonight is the fourth night of the week, I think. No, third night of the week.
I don't know.
Yeah, third night, something like that. But I've been busy with that and trying to make sure I get rested, so on and so forth.
And I forget sometimes.
What do you mean you forget?
Like the other morning, or was it last night? I just started singing.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, man. I was pretty pissed.
And
dude.
I wasn't even singing good. I was trying to find my notes and stuff.
Man, I'm sitting up there
and then
in the
I heard
bed.
some sounds moving around. I was like, oh, I'm not by myself. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I was by myself.
Man, I was, because yesterday was hard on my body that particular day.
Really?
And I was really tired.
Or something, or just the coming off the week?
I'm not sure, but I was definitely tired when I got back yesterday. And I was so pissed off because I got home and I had, my calendar is still full of phone calls and appointments. It still is, because I got to, if I want to get more cash, I got to do that.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, my calendar's full. And then when it was finally time to go to sleep, damn dogs start barking, just going berserk. So I look up the security camera, and it's Miss Della, because Jacob was getting his treatment.
Oh.
She had gotten here early, so she was outside trying to gather all of her stuff and drag it to the door and whatnot. And of course, that's freaking the dogs out because they just see this body moving around outside. They wouldn't shut up. I finally messaged her, I'm unlocking the door, just bring your shit in. I'm going to sleep.
I was at work, at school or something.
And I don't even remember what happened after that. Eventually, Jake came home. No, there was one more thing. So after Jake got here to get ready for his session, I then hear Biscuit whining. Like, this damn dog just...
He gets on my nerves that he will wait.
But the thing is, it was the time for it.
Oh.
It was the time for it. I wasn't on the schedule because...
It's different now.
They
don't understand that.
I was doing my other shit, trying to get ready and answer the calendar and all of that. And I'm like, son of a... So I messaged Jake, I'm not getting out of this bed. Just get this dog. Finally go to sleep and slept like a freaking grizzly bear. And then I hear this wailing. just flat out wailing.
When I heard her moving around up there, I was like,
and I'm like, man, I don't get it. What did I do? Because I will tell you all in the group chat, I'm silencing my phone now because I'll get text messages. I'll get emails of people trying to say so-and-so is hiring, so that's going off constantly. Random text messages. We're trying to find some place to stay. So I'm getting messages about that. And Isaiah throwing his memes into Slack. And so I just say, I need to mute my phone. I mute the phone, went to sleep, and then you start practicing your lines or whatever it was that you was doing.
Yeah, I was. Because I'm trying to sing a new song that I'm going to add to my...
John Helms. We know how Ant likes his show tunes. Man, this dude, I'm about to kick you out of here.
Yeah, he does not. But these are not show tunes. This was from The Wiz. I won't call that a show tune.
Nah.
That was me trying to learn a new solo. But, yeah, speaking of that, did you take any cuts that you wanted to share? I thought about that, or maybe you could do it a different time of the Much Ado night video.
I did not. But what I did do, since you brought that up, I said what I'll do is I'll take that video, the full video, and I'm going to put it in our show notes. So for anybody that wants to see the performance, the whole performance, you're going to have to go into the actual show notes of the podcast here. It'll be in the description on YouTube. It'll also be in the show notes. All you got to do is click. It's going to make you do one extra click and it'll take you straight to YouTube.
But is the, oh my goodness, I lost the word.
It is the full.
Gremlings.
What?
Gremlings. I'm losing the word. Groundlings. I'm thinking of gremlins.
What the heck, woman?
It is the groundlings night. It is the groundlings night. So you will see like cotton balls.
Explain that, please.
Thrown across the stage. This didn't
Why is
happen.
That done?
It's a Shakespeare thing. I didn't go into detail research about that part. Just listen to what they said, and it's a Shakespeare thing where people would throw stuff at the actors if they didn't like them, and heckling was also encouraged on Groundlings Night. So you might hear some heckling, like boo, stuff like that, and you might see some cotton balls go, but that did not happen every night of the show. But that's the one that they recorded and shared with all of us, the whole thing.
And it's I thought about cutting it up, but the problem was what you got wasn't the version that I expected. I was hoping it would be the multicam version of it, to where we can get a different view, but it's not. So I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'll notate the really important parts in it, especially that part that still makes me cry, because it's so freaking good. I'll notate it, and I really hope y'all enjoy it.
My sister said it took her a while to figure out who Hero was.
Dude,
and so did Jasmine. I feel like Jasmine, or was that you?
It was
Somebody
me.
Didn't know who Hero was. I said you didn't know it. She said she had to watch it twice.
Dude, I
said because you fell asleep, or
no, it ain't that.
It will make you go to sleep if you're not
in the Shakespeare, right?
Yeah, I don't care who in it. It can make you fall asleep.
But the thing is, I was there in the freaking seats and was trying to figure out who the hell Hero is, because he kept saying the hero or hero, and I'm like, okay, well, who is the hero? I'm thinking it was an actual, like a noun, or someone that's going to come in with the swords and stuff.
I'm telling them not to live. Do not live here. Do not open your eyes, Hero.
Oh, this shit was crazy. Yeah. But yeah,
okay,
I'll put that in there. So we're going to pause for a quick break here for a moment. Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you.
Use this couple seconds to let some ads run so we can try to pay water bill and stuff like that. So we'll be right back. And we are back. Thank you for being here. The everyday people doing everyday shit podcast, netcast, whatever you want to call it, here on YouTube and whatever podcast app you're enjoying us on. And again, thank you for everybody watching live, and please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button inside of YouTube so more folks can find this here show. Hanging out with Queen Pruitt and just doing what we do. I had some stuff in my brain that I wanted to talk about, but you look like you really got something on your brain. I
do. And just a couple more things, but one definitely. And
okay.
So there's been a complaint about the pounds, the puppy pounds, the cat pounds, the animal shelters. That's the word. Animal shelters are full.
I swear, if y'all could see this in real time as the words are scrolling above her head, white, click that one.
what it takes. I have to talk it out. But the animal shelters are so full of pets and pets, all of them.
Yeah.
I know why. With us being on this journey trying to find a home with our fur children.
Yeah.
And know what I mean, it's stuff out here.
Yeah, but nobody wants pets on their property.
Pets.
Yeah.
So with the economy crashing like it is out here for people in their homes. I know
sorry.
they talking. I know they're still laughing. I'm talking about something serious. I'm talking about the animal shelter.
Chloe says, "Will we add cliff notes to the translation for the video?" Hey, Chloe, thank you for being here. The Russell says, "What's up? Checking in from NorCal. Love the pod. Thank you, the Russell." And then John is like, Phoebe has her own teleprompter. Okay.
I do. God. And it's up here.
That shit's hilarious.
It's just rolling as soon as I figure it out.
That is hilarious, brother. Okay, so I'm sorry to interrupt you,
just
but
start saying things out loud, though. The vocabulary words start to roll in sometimes. Sometimes they don't. But
okay, sorry for derailing you, but that made me laugh.
It is the truth, though. It's so frustrating. It's like I see the misplaced housing people.
Yeah.
And with
Homeless,
their animal.
in other words.
With their animals.
Yeah.
And I see, I mean, really what we're going through.
Yeah.
I can see why. And that's why I told you the other day when you were like, he said, I see us with open, bright lights.
I can
like
see
lots of sunshine. What was your words?
Yeah, it's like sunshine and then
a lot of
open space.
Open space. I said, well, the rate we're going, I hope it's not outside because that's definitely open sunshine. I don't want to be outside with that. But I see people with their pets, and now I know why, because it blows my mind that, you know, you can get some trashy, disgusting people with no pets.
Yep.
And they can ruin your shit. Just like
totally destroy the homes.
I mean, destroy. And you won't even like talk, come figure no pets. And that's what's making it so hard. And it's like competitive out here.
Yeah, it is.
It's so competitive out here. We being number 20 on the list and it's unbelievable. Yeah. But that's my rant.
But we're gonna keep pushing through. You know, we got a couple more calls set up.
But people need to open their spaces up for pets, especially California. Yeah, everyone is
so damn liberal about it. I agree with you 100%.
Everywhere you go,
I told,
or you got to say their emotional support.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
I'm not going through all of that.
Which is bullshit. Yeah, I was telling Jake the other day that, you know, it's pissing me off that most of these properties don't allow pets. But if I just wanted to go and pick up a dozen eggs because we're out of eggs, there's usually a dog sniffing my ass as I'm grabbing the eggs in the grocery store. Like, really? In the grocery store?
In the grocery store, but you can't have them at home. So,
you know,
we take them everywhere else.
It's pain. But yeah, we'll have more updates on that. I'm still optimistic because, you know, it ain't easy.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
I'll be frank, it ain't easy.
You gotta make this money, pay them rent. That's what Taraji's saying in what's the show? Oh my goodness, I can see him on the cover with
Terrence Howard,
Taraji, Nagold, and the snake.
I can't remember. Hustle and Flow says
Flow is hot out here.
Jasmine in the chat.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
But it was Taraji. Thank you. That's where I got it from.
Oh man. Anyway, I wanted to bring up one more thing. Two things. Can I switch the screen? Probably not. Yeah, there we go. No, I'll get to that later. Two things. Since last week, I mentioned I wasn't going to do the creator office hours because I had a shoot to go to and it was going to pay me a couple dollars, literally a couple dollars. But I was like, I need these couple of dollars.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go. So it was a bit of a last minute thing. And if you're on the newsletter, this is stuff you may already know, but everybody that watches the show isn't on the newsletter. So I'm just going to reiterate it here. It was a last minute casting. I took it and it's like, okay, it's in the city. The casting agency that reached out, I had previously heard from them some time back for another project. But at that time, I couldn't accept that project. I want to say I was traveling somewhere. We were traveling somewhere. For whatever reason, I couldn't be there. Mm-hmm. And they said, all right, cool. Thanks. Well, they hit me up again, and it was for this particular project. So I was like, all right, well, if they hit me up again, they were kind enough to save me in their database. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, it ain't no money involved in this, but in good faith, I'm going to do this just so they can continue to keep me in that database and continue to reach out to me for some other stuff that comes up in the future. Mm-hmm. Just sow the seed, if you will. All right, so I get there. It's in the city. And I park the car, walk outside, and it's just this massive set in the city, just in the middle of the freaking city. Just there's stuff everywhere. I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? Mm-hmm. And so I walk in and meet the first PA to do the check-in, and they run me through this whole rigmarole about, your ID and yada, yada, all of the usual stuff. Mm-hmm. Then you get the NDA, and I always read the NDA just to make sure. And it mentioned that this was going to be a production on Netflix. And I'm like, why ain't nobody told me this till now? So, I'm like, why ain't nobody said this shit until now? I had 3 emails a day before.
They didn't want you to share it with anyone else.
Didn't say nothing. We talked about clothes and this and that and whatnot with wardrobe, because I always assume to bring my own wardrobe because I know I'm awkwardly shaped. I have long arms. My waist is different from what my thighs and legs should be. My waist is smaller, but my thighs are for a larger person, that kind of thing. So I always try to bring clothes. And so we're having conversations about that stuff, and nothing about, this is going to be for a series on Netflix or something on Netflix. I'm like, okay, wow. So you get out there and it's so much just stuff everywhere.
All the stuff.
Just, cameras here, cameras there, jibs here, jibs there. It's huge. And then it's in the middle of the day.
And it was warm.
It was hot.
It was warm. It was beautiful at the pool at work. It was nice.
Boy, it was hot. That was a day that ended up being about 80 degrees. Mm-hmm. And the first shot of the day happened at 12:30. So it was hot. And so in the pre-briefing, we're going through the pre-briefing far as, and I should also mention that I was hired as background model for this. Okay. Background model and background acting, so it's, I ain't got no lines, but I'm in the scenery, if you will. So again, this thing starts out at 12:30 outside in downtown, no trees, no shade, just hot. And it's take after take after take after take after take after take over and over and over again. And then they finally cut. And it's funny because in my scenes that I was in, the A-list actor was in them. Mm-hmm. And so we're standing around, and because it's out here in the public space, people are still living their regular life in the public space, and they have to sometimes walk around the set, and you could see people rubbernecking. Oh, that look like so-and-so. I can't say the name, can't say who they are. All I can say is this is a Netflix production. That's all I can say. And the A-list person comes walking up, and then they direct me on what I need to do. And so I ended up having to walk past them in the scene. Like this cat is just doing whatever they do on the phone, and I got to walk past this cat, him or her. I'll just say that, him or her. And they kept retaking because the Steadicam guy bumping into somebody that wasn't at their marks, all the blocking and stuff. So Steadicam
just wasn't working out.
Yeah, it was
take after take after take.
And then said actor, A-list actor, flubbing their lines over and over and over. And I started looking at people. And there's one particular spot in the scene I had to actually like hug somebody. So it's hot and you got to go hug somebody. You don't want to.
Ooh, no, you don't. Not with the heat. And you already been out there in it for a minute.
So these dudes, it's funny when I look back at it, you can see people's patience was wearing thin because of the heat. And then you look down at the A-list person, they got an umbrella man. Just
they wasn't feeling that heat.
Just chilling,
Like,
just chilling. But with all of that going on, I was like, man, I'm really grateful that I took this chance because, like I said, it wasn't a lot of money, because it takes gas to drive to the city from here. So I was like, but I'm glad I did it. And, I ended up making more money than I expected. I don't know how, but I saw the invoice and I'm like, okay, cool. I signed off before they could change it. And then, but prior to that, just going through the motions and watching the A-list person go through their lines and flubbing their lines, I immediately thought about you. Because this person, they've been in the game not just for a couple of years. They've been in the game for decades. Decades. And
well,
a couple times they cuss and son of a mother just cut, and then the director is yelling and every now and then the director was trying to be supportive, and because this is an A-lister, so they don't want to piss the A-lister off.
Of course not.
But then that one time, director was like, "Shit, it's hot out here."
Like, okay, it's kind of warm
it's
now.
It's hot out here. We need to get this together. You
got people looking and wanting to get their moment and fame, and
dude,
it's time. Get it done. Get it gone. Get in. Get out.
Yeah,
you're in the city.
It was hilarious, and then. There's this one particular scene. I can say this. If you watch the movie, I think it's Shang-Chi is part of the Marvel Avengers universe. They filmed that movie in San Francisco. I remember when we watched it here, I was like, damn, I know that street. And yeah, it's because it was filmed in San Francisco. And we filmed one scene on that same street from that Marvel movie. And that's the scene where it's a lot of residential houses right there, apartments, city apartments that are all about as big as this studio we're in. And so people are sort of running in and out, and it's near Chinatown. And so people are running in and out. And they've been warned to know that, production is happening here. You can't be snooping around. Just go to your house and stay out of the way kind of thing. But there's this one woman, older woman, and it really pissed me off because she's walking back with her little bag of groceries and she walked straight through the set.
She knew what she was doing. I'm sorry.
Straight through the set to get to that door of her apartment entrance. And they stopped and was like, ma'am, just go on the sidewalk, please. And she caught an attitude. And they're like, dude, just go on the sidewalk. You didn't have to walk down the middle of the damn street. Go on the sidewalk right there.
And they're not even talking like that.
And so she's going down the sidewalk, and then she just sort of stops and just stands there and was looking. And so the PAs, they have to be the bad guy and say, hey, ma'am, can you please just move off the set and just Go on in. Thank you very much. She turns around and she's like, I move when I feel like it, just like, what did this poor little girl just trying to do her job. And so the police are there. They walk over and shoo her away kind of thing. She goes inside, 10, 15 minutes later, she comes back out and she sits at the railing there. And she's quiet, but she's still on the set. She's still on the set. And so the police come over there again. The PAs didn't even get in there. The police saw her. And they go over there again. And he was like, man, what's your name? And she's like, why you want to know my name? You ain't got to know my thing name.
Oh,
just going on, which is true.
This is true.
Didn't have
he
to.
Was just trying to.
But at the same time, she didn't need to be there. And then she goes into this whole, I really wish y'all hurry up and get done with this shit. Blah, 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 blah. And just barking. And then she goes on about her way. 10 minutes later, she comes back out. And I'm like, if you so unhappy with what's going on out here, why your punk ass out here
stay in the
middle of it?
Go to the other side of the apartment.
Oh, God.
Act like we not over.
And then all of the other people showing up, looky-loos and walking through and people snapping pictures and this and that again, because it's A-list people right there, like literally from me to you. They're right there. Mm-hmm. And so everybody's just cameras here and there, and they're trying to blend in with background people like me. And it's really difficult because we're just sort of regular people out there. And next thing you know, you see somebody reaching in their pocket and start doing that.
Ding, 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 ding,
then the PAs come running. Sir, ma'am, sir, move. No, everybody trying to get that picture, So, but yeah, that was fun.
That's all right, because I'm going to get my moment on, I'm going to be the one they're going to be trying to get a picture with.
Yeah, you won't be background.
No.
You won't be background. I'm telling y'all, folks, real talk.
When I was doing my resume, I'm going to have to go back in there and change it because I dropped out of that class. It was that bad that I'm willing to take a F. Yeah. And because I didn't learn anything anyway. I don't want to leave that class with anyone at that school thinking that I learned something to leave that class with.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You don't want to give them no credit.
No. They get no credit. They didn't teach me anything. But when I was making my resume, I asked the computer everything.
Yeah.
Should I put background or extra work on there? Absolutely not. If you put that on there, that's all you will be.
Yeah.
Because if you are either you're an actor or you're an extra,
they'll pigeonhole you.
I was
kind
like,
of thing.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
So no, I can't do that because I'm an actor now. So I can't do that and stay there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you won't be background, and folks, I'm going to reiterate this again. Unfortunately, all of you will have the opportunity to see that latest production. If you go into the show notes once I get this published and just see what I talked about. And I'm curious to see if you will feel what I feel. You probably won't feel exactly what I feel because it's not intimate the way we are. It's not
intimate, and it's not in person. And you can't see my face like you should be able to. But it didn't get zoomed in on or anything like that like I thought was going to happen. Because
it still got me though. It still got me on my damn couch.
I haven't finished. I have not watched it all yet because I'm trying to wait until the semester is over, and then I'm just gonna binge, just watch TV all day and all night. Like I'm seeing some of my classmates. I've already started watching TV shows that have not been able to watch TV in a long time because they've been doing shows. But
this is great. Everybody in the chat is agreeing. That's going to be my sissy queen. Oh. Queen going to be an A-lister. Yeah, that's right.
Have to be. I have to. Because it's time for me. Number one, I want to take care of Mr. Pruitt because he's done so much over these 20 something plus years that 23 that we've been
as
together.
I said before, I got to make better decisions in life. Good Lord.
I do. I really, really, really just want to be able to come home from being on set all day, to however long that is, making the money, to him doing whatever the hell it is he want to do.
Whatever I want to do.
Whatever it is he want to do that makes him happy. That is a goal for me. I love Modern Family. I'm going to be Jay.
Yeah.
I look forward to being Jay and taking my family on all kinds of vacations.
I'm fine with that.
Everywhere.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You spearheaded. I'm fine with that.
And I'm talking about my family. Jasmine, Chloe, my sissy, of course, is included. All of my family, my immediates.
I'm totally fine with it. You spearheaded and you put it together. That's I won't
goal.
miss that, because that's what I used to have to do.
I know. But you know, as we get older, we get better. So that's the dream. That's the dream.
John Helm says, ask me if I think I made a bad decision. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. 20 something years with this. Ooh.
That's not even nothing. Yeah, it can be a little bit much. But you know what? He about to find out how much he has been too. That he might not have realized.
Yeah, we'll see.
That he is.
We'll see.
We will see.
Good old Hoffman Institute.
Yeah, that tells you right there.
Institute. All right, before we get out of here, I want to shift gears. But first, I want to take a couple seconds to do a bit of an ad break. So y'all stay right there. We shall be right back after this. And we are back. Thank y'all for being here. Everyday people doing everyday shit. Before we get out of here, I want to talk about a product. And I'm going to do the whole disclaimer thing because I probably should. This is not sponsored, but I was given this product for free. I don't know how long ago. I just never got around to talking about it because y'all know why. It's been a lot of stuff going on. But it's a pretty freaking cool device here. And I'm going to switch my screen to show it to you. So we'll do full screen and then we'll hit this little button here. There we go. And it is this BirdFi hum feeder amongst other things. And it's from a company called NetView and BirdFi. And they got a bunch of little different bird feeders out there. And they recently had a sale for Mother's Day, which clearly missed the Mother's Day sale. And I should have promoted then, but guess what? They still have another sale going on. Down here at the bottom, they have this BirdFi feeder that normally lists for $300, but it's $189. And I know what you're thinking. Why the hell is a bird feeder?
That's a lot of money, especially now, honey.
Couple $100. Why the hell did that bird feeder cost that much? Well, let me tell you, it is really cool. It is a video bird feeder.
Yep.
And it is well designed.
Yep.
And it has, they also have a hummingbird version too.
Yep.
And so what happens is it has this little camera in it. And if you're watching the video here, the camera will let you see the birds that are popping up while they're eating the different food that you put in there, so on and so forth. But in addition to that, it will identify them using AI, what they are. So it knows, like if you're in a specific area of the country and it knows that bird so-and-so ain't going to be in that area. I mean, it's figured it all out, you know. We get a bunch of stupid doves here all the time. So a lot of doves show up on this thing for hours all the time. And it's really, really neat. It's motion activated. So as soon as they pop up, the camera turns on. It's just like a security camera. And it's waterproof. The one that I have out there has a solar panel on it, so I don't even plug it in.
Right.
And it's just running all day long. and it's
Birds
really really neat.
And I can go out there and see some on there, just
and
they're eating and just going in.
Yeah,
and
they don't even think twice now.
Yeah, they don't think about it.
It's like, oh, it's food there.
Yeah, it's food over here. We're gonna go.
But yeah,
as soon as we found our next spot, the hummingbird one would go up because I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the hummingbird stuff because y'all know I've taken pictures of hummingbirds and whatnot, and it is a freaking challenge to take pictures of a hummingbird. For the photographers in the crowd, I'm talking to you, Mr. John Helm. Your shutter speed got to be just right. You need to have a super telephoto lens because they're yay big. These birds are not big, but you need to be able to zoom in close enough and get them in focus and catch them because they move super duper fast. Well, with this feeder, that camera's right there in the damn face. So
I can't wait.
So
I love hummingbirds.
But yeah,
But I do like the birds too, and being able to figure out the birds that make that crazy sound in the morning. Sounds like bells.
Yeah, I know what the bird is. I can't remember the name, but they are, because I've identified them before. I've been able to identify them. They're all black, and they have little orange specks. Well, not even a speck. It's like an orange stripe, semi-stripe on their wings. About like how a military general would have these, like, what do you call them, epaulets? It's like that. And it's just orange, and they make the weirdest sound. Yes,
it's like a bell ringing.
Yeah,
and it wakes early in the morning. It's an alarm clock.
Yeah, they are legit alarm clocks.
Early in the morning, and it sounds like we keep our door open and a window open so we can hear it really loud. And in the morning, I will see these other little birds with these little things in their head, but they walk mostly. I don't really see them fly unless they absolutely have to. But they have these little things on their head, and they're always in more than one of them, and they move across the ground, off the pavement, the street. They're the cutest little birds.
Yeah, but they're not going to the feeder yet. So I wonder what they eat.
I don't really see them fly that much. They're on the ground when I see them the most of the time, and they're so cute. But okay,
I haven't seen them yet. All right, but yeah, that's BirdFi. Go to www.birdfi.com or just birdfi.com to check them out. Thank you to them for sending that over. They got a lot of rave reviews, and it plugs right in with your smartphone. It is really freaking neat. I just haven't been able to get around to doing.
We used to be able to bird watch more.
Right. We did. Just sit back and chill out. Now. Yeah, just sit back there and chill out, have a whiskey, have a cigar, and watch the birds. Just forever. Chill. I can't remember the last time. I did have a cigar today, though. I forced myself to have one because the calendar was busy, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a simple pleasure before I take a shower. So I did have a cigar, and then I took a shower and crashed, which that's what I'm about to do now. Anything else you'd like to go over before we head out?
No, the semester's almost over, and then it's going to be on to the next hustle.
Excellent. Let's see here. Well, we got some interesting comments in here. What is this? It's my tiny home. I want to hear some of the guitar next time. Oh, yeah, I do have a guitar over here, and I used to try to teach myself guitar a long time ago, and I just lost time because it takes a lot of freaking time to learn it, and you got to build up the calluses. And then back in January, I bought that because I was like, well, I got free time on my hand. And so, so I started strumming it again. But no, I'm not very good. I do know a few chords, and I do need to put more practice in it. But once we're moved and all of that, and I'm
settled, get ourselves, because right now it just feels like the tornado is going on in my brain all the time.
Right.
And yours too, I'm sure.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get back to that soon. And one more thing before we go. I have officially signed a contract with a tech company. This is a start. I'll just say that it's a start for trying to grow the client business. I will kick off live with it after I come back from the retreat. I can't say exactly what what I'll be working on, but I can say that I will be working with Substack. They hired me as a vendor. I'll just say that. They hired me as a vendor. So Substack, Substack.com. What are you doing? Oh, the dog.
Oh, God, biscuit.
Punk ass biscuit. Good grief. But yeah, Substack.com. For those of you who don't know who Substack is, they are a newsletter platform, amongst other things. And they got some other stuff that they're working on that hasn't been released yet. And I shall be a part of that as a vendor for them. Why is the dog growling at you?
He was growling just now. You heard it? I don't know why.
Hey, dog, quit kicking the mic, too.
Why are you growling at me?
Idiot dog. Anyway, and thank you, John, and thank you to Shells. Appreciate that. But that is it, folks. Thank y'all for being here. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, all that magical stuff when it comes to the world of podcasting and content creation. It does help. Thank you to all of the folks that are in the Patreon community. It continues to grow. Thank y'all so much. Again, I said at the very beginning, going to do this show if we could pay at least the water bill a month. And damn it, we are pretty freaking close. We get in there. It is getting there. So thank y'all for all of that support and the love.
Thank you.
Be sure to tell a friend, tell an enemy. If you have questions, comments, feedback, you can always shoot an email to podcast@Pruitt.
Tell an enemy.
Yes, that's right. Tell an enemy too.
Tell one of our enemies. They'll definitely watch it.
Indeed. But yeah, shoot an email to podcast@Pruitt.com or just hit us over on the socials. All of our socials informations will be in the show notes, be it TikTok, be it Instagram, be it X, so on and so forth. Be sure to do something nice for yourselves and be sure to keep the damn dog off the mic. Really? Biscuit? Come on, dude. Act like a damn pro for once. Chubby rascal. Do something nice for yourself. Creator office hours. I believe I'm going to be able to do it Friday morning before I get out of town. Because I think I'm going to get to go see my son's Meet of Champions preliminaries for the last go around. So I want to try to make that happen. But if not, I'm definitely going to do creative office hours probably earlier. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to check that out. And I'm thinking I'm going to talk about color grading. So I shall see you all then. Anything, Queen Pruitt?
Thank y'all so much for being here and being entertaining.
They are entertaining.
They are entertaining.
This live chat, y'all.
I love the entertainment interaction.
Oh, and thank you.
That's what I was trying to say, back and forth. I mean, together. Never mind. I'm tired.
I'm gonna have so much fun with this edit. I got some ideas with this edit. And thank you for the enjoy the Costco. This dude said enjoy the Costco.
If you want to send some Costco gift cards, I will take some Costco gift cards. Because I'm gonna need them this week.
Enjoy the Costco.
It's gonna be delicious. Hey, they got everything there, and it's already made. All you got to do is put it in the oven.
You killing me, cuz. You killing me. Thank you again. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this edit. Yeah, I got some ideas.
Oh wow.
All right, everybody. The show's gonna go out a little bit later because I'm working tonight, so it won't be up early Thursday morning as usual for those watching live, but it'll go out. I promise you. Take care, folks.
Good night.